We stopped to eat at Ibuora, the town of twins, and I was really hoping maybe the food will make me, I don't know.
Okay, it makes sense, but
the amala was top notch. Like, I took amala. It was cheap and was very awesome. And yes, I can't wait to have another experience again. Where we ate was Abeokuta/Sokoto Expressway. So we started seeing Fulani people. Was like, but this is like a Yoruba state. It was a great experience. Then one of the things I paid attention was constantly I was seeing First Baptist Church in like almost like every stop we go, which like was like, okay, so this is actually nice. Like actually seeing one part consistency, actually seeing one thing over and over again.
If we don't travel, we don't have stories to tell. We can have all the fantastic trappings, but the core of our lives is about those stories we can tell. As we actually say, the destination is in the journey. Except you ride as a biker. It's not those rides inside town. Those few rides of doing you rev, boom, 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 and make noise. Wear out your tires on a long trip. All right? Test yourself. Then also get to see the lovely country that we have. Get to see how lovely Nigeria is. And by a byproduct of that, your mental frame of Nigeria as a country changes to more positive axis than, oh, bad roads, blah, blah, blah. These bad roads, I have done close to 40,000 kilometers in my short 4 years of riding. The roads haven't changed, but the country is beautiful.
So after about 6 hours on the road, the group finally arrives at the base camp of the Old Oyo National Park. Good news is, the men of the National Park Service were excited to see and receive us. Bad news is, it's rainy season, so the adventure party can't access the really cool part of the park.
I was thinking that it could have been that December or that, the dry. Yeah. So that, because I wanted us to make it a complete package of adventure.
Okay.
You go to the relics.
Dry, you will see the
whole
relics.
of your empire relics. Okay. So that you can get there and you can see we develop ideas.
We really couldn't see the beauty and the real values of these parks because it's the rainy season and there are a lot of the very valuable parts of the park that usually get flooded out, or because of the access, when it gets really muddy and because of the rain, you cannot access them.
We have the historical relics of an empire that was so great in the past, all of your empire. So that feature that at the moment is being preserved as an heritage by this park it's a good destination that you can explore to develop tourism. And then you have the Ibuya, segment of the park where you can view games. And then you have the Ikere George Dam, where you can go, you can do your boat ekatiering or cruising.
Pre-colonial times, the Oyo Empire was situated round about here, the great Oyo Empire. And that's why till today it's called Oyo-Ile, referring to the source of the Oyo people, not as in Oyo town, but the Yoruba people that take their lines from the Oyo Empire. There are still relics here. There are still signs that my people lived here before the jihad and the Yoruba wars, and that caused a movement towards the south that was also impacted by some of the trade that was coming in from the sea. The history here is so rich and it's so alive. It's really alive that you can feel and see, where people used to live. Why did they move? Is it that it was too dry or farming and so on?
Other people, since when we went to Gashaka Gumti, other bikers have gone there. After that, I think 2 sets of bikers have gone to Gashaka Gumti from Lagos after we went. No biker had been there before. So gradually, the awareness is coming. There are people who we know after we started going to the national parks on their own are riding to the national parks on their own now. Gradually, because of the marketing and the PR work that we're doing. But it has to become larger.
Let's never make that error. Parks, it is bush. It will always be there. Younger days in UK, you travel from one point to the other, you saw forests. Now there's nothing. There is no forest left in Nottingham Forest. An assumption that these things will perpetually be there is wrong. We must protect, we must conserve, and we must go there to visit. Or else, our stories as a people, as a person, would be grossly incomplete.
One of the biggest things we wanted to experience during this trip to the Old Oyo National Park was a campfire. There was a campfire when we got to Akankpa. We had this lovely campfire, and we wanted to repeat the same in the Old Oyo National Park. But it'd been raining. So the logs had been arranged, everything. They poured like gallons of gasoline on this thing and a little bit of diesel. But it didn't ignite because the wood was wet. And it was disappointing because I really was looking forward to that campfire. The following day, which was on the 28th of September, we decided, all right, look, guys, just sleep in. And then we'll ride out towards Ado Awayi. So we didn't ride out of the Old National Park, the Old Oyo National Park, until around midday towards 1 p.m. We stopped at this joint with this guy. He apparently wasn't expecting that flood of human beings because there were 11 of us on the team. And he was basically serving 2 people. He had just finished serving 2 people and was waiting probably for another 1 or 2 to trickle in when 11 people happened on him. And he was the only one. I mean, I've never seen anybody multitask that quickly. He was making amala, he was pounding yam somewhere else, and then he was serving soup. He became basically like a hydra-headed, multi-limbed guy because he served all of us. And we didn't feel that only one person was serving us. My confusion was initially how he was even going to remember his bill, but he did. That was something else. That was really fun.
Ado-Awaye lies 20 kilometers west of Iseyin and about 120 kilometers from Abeokuta.
We first stopped at one hotel, and honestly, I think it was a wise decision not to stay in that hotel. Then we went into the hotel that was supposedly the best hotel in town. After checking into the hotel, settling in, we all dressed up and went to the Hanging Lake. Now, this Hanging Lake is on a massive rock. I can't say, but I think that rock is probably about 200 feet high, is my estimation of the height of that hill. I had not rode for this long in quite a bit of time. So by the time we got to the foot of the mountain, I was so exhausted. I lost my footing, I dropped my motorcycle. But hey, the adventure continues.